Hey Saber fans, this is Adam from Blue Force Sabers. Welcome back. I want to introduce our brand new Saber I just finished. So if you saw my last video, I was talking about doing a brand new Saber with the Neopixel string blades, and this is the one I just finished. So this one I custom designed just for this one. I wanted it a little bit kind of a beefier, bigger hilt compared to my other one. So I kind of doubled the size of the 3D printed pommel and emitter. I also included this nice rubberized grip here as well. So just real quickly, if you're not familiar with the Neopixel blades, they're a little different than the high end LEDs that are normally in Sabers. It's not really new, but it's something that's still kind of coming out too with the lightsaber builds now. And it's starting to become mainstream because the new boards from Nigon Electronics and Plector Labs are now able to handle the Neopixel blades. So you get this nice string blade effect now with these. So just real quick, I wanted to kind of demonstrate everything here. We'll just go over the Saber here. So these are 3D printed and designed. So I was kind of going with a Canon style look, and I think I accomplished that with this. You can see these grooves here for the emitter part, and then it overhangs the tubing here, the main body of the hilt. So you get this nice shine through effect for the blade. So this is a brushed stainless steel and 12mm switches. This first one lights up white, and then they're both the steel chrome design, and then this is in an antique bronze, just a little more detail there, and then moving down, just a little more detail in the handle area with a nice rubberized grip. And this is all the 1-inch tubing that have been used in the past, so it keeps it nice and thin. Then down to the pommel here, as you can see, some nice more designs that kind of match with the emitter as well. And then you can see the sound port down at the bottom here with the 28mm premium speaker on the inside. So inside is a Prizm 5.1 sound card, which I think is the best one so far that goes with these string blades. You have the 3 fonts, and you got all the color switching, and then also on the inside of this is a 18650 battery, but it's a high capacity battery, and that's important with these new string blades. It requires more of the battery. You won't get as long a runtime because obviously you're running many more LEDs instead of just your 3 from your regular LED blades. This one is all set up here. So this is a 36-inch blade, so we'll fire it up. You get the boot up sounds. And so super cool. So you get that nice effect that goes out, and then the retraction as well. As you can see, you get the cool blaster effects, and I love this effect with this. And it matches up with the sounds. So super cool. And as you switch through the sound of fonts too, they're slightly different. Also, the blade retraction and ignition are either a little bit faster or a little bit slower too. So you have the main switch here, it's lit up, and the auxiliary one. So I'll try to do it with one hand here to switch the colors. It's a deeper blue. Just a couple of the colors here so you can see it. It's a nice violet color. Purple. Pink. Nice deep red. Love those blaster effects. And then of course the lockup effect too. So we'll show just one more sound font here. So this one's set to the green blade. This one's cool because it kind of has that delay blaster effect. And it gives double ones too. So super cool. I love how this thing came out. It's really awesome. So let's fire it down here. So you can see that retraction was a little bit faster, matching with the font. So I'm going to pause the video for a second because I want to pull out the blade and actually show you the connector and how I did it on this one. Alright, so I pulled the blade out here. You can see the connector on the bottom. So this is a 5-pin aviation connector, and then I 3D printed the part, and that slides right in, and then you won't be able to see it here, but the LED blade is all soldered up on the inside and then runs down the length of the tubing. And this is a thin-walled polycarbonate blade, and I went with the thin-walled too because you get a little more diffusion on the inside. And I'm still working this out. This one's pretty good, but you do see a couple of the shadow effects. So I have another idea. I'm going to run with this. Same tubing and everything, just a different way I'm going to wrap it, and that should take care of the little bit of shadowing. You don't see it in the video, but in person you do see it just a tiny bit. This little black mark here is just to help line it up within the hilt, and I'll show you that in a second. But as you can see, this is just 3D printed and it slides in, so it's nice and snug in there. You have a retention screw that goes through the blade and actually into the connector on the inside too. So it's nice and snug in there. It's not going to move any place. And it's super easy to line up. So you can see the pins. And then this top section here, you just line it up on the inside. And then you pop it in. So let me see if you can see on the video on the inside here. If you can. So you can see the other connector on the inside. And that goes right down to the soundboard. So that's all kept in there as well by that retention screw, holds it in place, and it goes right through the steel pipe. So nothing's going to move in there. There's no rattle whatsoever. And then that other retention screw higher up is for the blade. So once you slide it in, you attach it to the connector, and there's just a small little mark on the tubing there. You can't see on the video, but you just line those two dots up, slide it in, tighten down the retention screw, and then you're good to go. So it still works and everything. You still get the sound and everything and the clashes and all that. You just don't get the LED because it's not plugged in. So super easy to move around. If you wanted to detach the blade, there you go. So nice easy connector. And then on the inside too, this is also 3D printed, and then the connector slides into that, so that holds it all nice and secure in there as well. So I think the Saber came out really cool. Hopefully you'll be able to make it to the convention I'll be out. It's coming up in the next couple of weeks. It's RetroCon 2007. That's in Oaks, Pennsylvania. That's actually where I'm going to be debuting the Saber there. So hopefully you know, we'll get a great turnout, which I know we will. It's a huge convention. If you haven't been there and you're in the area of New Jersey, Delaware, Pennsylvania, even Maryland, there's tons and tons of people that come out. Like 10,000 people usually come out. It's a really cool convention. All 80s and 90s cartoons, comic books, and stuff like that. And we're going to have this Saber there and many of our other ones. So come out and see us at our booth. We'll be happy to go over the Sabers. You can play around with them, have fun. It's a really great time. And this Saber right here will be there and will be for sale. It's kind of going to be an exclusive to RetroCon, and I'll probably make another one afterwards because it's pretty much guaranteed to sell there. It came out really cool. And so I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, God bless and take care.